Soothe Your Resistance, posted on December 11th, 2011. When you imagine yourself to be a channel through which life force can manifest realities, you understand that the rapidity with which your desires manifest depends solely on how allowing you are of this life force. The more resistance that's present in you, the slower the movement of life force through you, and thus slower and less abundant the manifestations. The more open you stay, the faster life force can move through you and thus move you into new improved realities that you desire. A big part of this life journey is about having new experiences, rendezvousing with new realities, and allowing growth and expansion in the physical realm. If you understand how the movement of life force is created from the desire for betterment or the desire for expansion, you will know that its movement is always in the direction of well-being, abundance, ease, growth, and improvement. So if you're allowing of this life force that you've created, you will have a much better quality ride on this journey of physicality that you are on as this body. Resistance is created by identification with low-frequency thoughts. Thoughts of fear, hatred, sorrow, and lack are all low-frequency thoughts because they drag your vibration into a far lower realm than your natural vibration of joy and love. Of course, the mind will always have some low-frequency thoughts now and then. The question is, how identified are you with them? Without your total identification, the negativity of the mind does not have the power to influence your vibration in any strong way. The more aligned you are with your natural vibration of joy and love, the more open you are to life force. A person who is aligned with joy for most part of the day has really had the most productive day, no matter what actions were taken or not taken. If you spend most part of your day in lower vibration thoughts, no matter how active you've been, it's been a low productive day for you because you've disallowed your life force for most of your waking hours and thus stood in opposition to your own abundance. It's not the actions that you take that defines your productivity. It's the vibrational state of being that you hold that defines how productive you are. The only real measurement of productivity is about how allowing or aligned you've been of your life force to operate. A lot of conditioning that we receive from our fear-based society seems to push us in the direction of living in resistance. There are a lot of people who feel guilty about aligning with joy, and it just takes them a few minutes of being in joy before questioning the validity of their being joyful. This is what I call proclivity towards negativity, where your mind finds any reason to feel miserable. Ask yourself, what purpose are you serving by feeling miserable? It's true that the being that we are in highly sensitive, but if you allow yourself to be dragged into lower vibrations all the time based on some realities that you see outside you, it would just cause you to stay in resistance to allowing positivity and well-being into this reality. A person aligned with joy is doing far more service to this world than a person who is rooted in misery. The vibration of joy is what allows your life force to move freely through you and thus bring well-being into this reality. It's true that for so long a good majority of human consciousness was rooted in fear, hatred, and lack. This has led to the creation of several inhumanly negative realities. But as more and more human consciousness starts rooting itself in a natural vibration of joy and love, the more we manifest a reality of well-being collectively and personally. Just let go of aligning with the thoughts of fear, hatred, and lack, no matter how compelling the arguments of your mind. Stop defending negativity. If there is one commitment I would recommend you make to yourself is this: I won't defend negativity no matter what. If you stand true to this commitment, you will always be moving in the direction of alignment. Negativity is not just present in fear and hatred, it's also present in sorrow and misery. You defend negativity every time you align with lower vibration thoughts or lower vibration state of being. Take a stock of your state of being throughout your waking hours and figure out the percentage of time that you're aligned with joy, love, and peace, or at least moving in the direction of it, and the percentage of time you're aligned with fear, hatred, sorrow, and lack through total identification. This will give you the reason for the presence or absence of well-being in your life. If a thought feels good, align with it. If a thought makes you feel bad, don't identify with it. Any excuse to align with a bad feeling thought is in the defense of negativity. It takes conscious commitment initially to stand true to positivity and let go of negativity. To let go of identification with negativity requires awareness and a willingness to not make excuses to defend your right to be negative. Always remember that thoughts make you feel bad are not in alignment with life, irrespective of how much the mind justifies these thoughts. If you're asking, how do I let go of negative thoughts? The pertinent question would be, why are you identifying with them? Because without your identification and belief, a negative thought has no power over your vibration, even if the mind keeps producing them now and then. It's your belief and interest in the negative thought that fuels it and gives it momentum. The best way to soothe your inner resistance is to let go of defending negativity or being identified with it in any form. When you reach a point where it's impossible for you to align with a negative thought, you know you've become grounded in your natural vibration of joy and love, grounded in a trust of life's intelligence. This is a place of wholeness because now you are no longer a holdout who is standing in resistance to his or her flow of abundance and well-being.